Hello, grade 8. How are you today? This lecture, we are going to take congruent triangles, but in different ways than grade 7. Okay? And let's remember in the last lecture, احنا أخذنا congruent triangles like this, right? Congruent triangles. And we took three ways to prove congruent triangles. أول شيء هي اسمها angle side angle. يعني two triangles are congruent if there are two angles and one side are equal, but the angles and the side must be like this. If we have a side, okay, and two angles adjacent to it, okay, are equal, then the two triangles are equal. Also, we took in the last lecture side angle side. Okay, يعني if two sides and one angle between the sides are equal in the two triangles, then they are congruent. And also we took the third way يلي هي كانت side side side, right? Okay, وعملنا فيهم كويز وكلكم أخذتوا كتير منيح. يعني I think most of you you understood very well. Okay, so if three sides are equal, then we may say that congruent triangles are congruent. وأخذنا كمان هون بالexample just to remember إنه عندي three sides equal فإذا side عندي three angles equal I couldn't say that they are congruent. إذا عندنا two sides and one angle not between the sides يعني هن not congruent يعني I couldn't say that side angle here. On side angle side. Why side angle side? Then only two sides, this side and this side are equal, two sides are equal, okay, and one angle, so between them, so side angle side. And the last two cases, no, since I have two angles and one side, but the angles in number 7 are not on the side, يعني الangles لازم يكونوا على نفس السايد. And in number 8, I have two sides, the same case. The angle is not between the sides, so I couldn't say that they are congruent. Okay? هلا in the new lecture رح ناخد new ideas. يلا let's start. So we are in chapter 2 in your books, in your electronic book اللي هو موجود على الدرايف تبع grade 8 congruency in right triangles. Okay? طيب. So let's continue. The objective here is to apply two cases of congruency in right triangles, hypotenuse side and hypotenuse angle. Hypotenuse side and hypotenuse angle are two more different ways, okay, than the three ways that we took from 2 minutes, right? So first, let's refresh your memory. Just refresh. Right triangle. What do you mean by right triangle? Okay, it is a triangle with 90 degrees. So when we have 90 degrees, it's called a right triangle. In right triangle, we will have a hypotenuse and two legs. Okay, the hypotenuse and two legs here. هيدا leg. Right. How could you differentiate between hypotenuse and legs? Okay, first look at the triangle. Look at the angle 90 degrees, which is here. It's called a right angle. You know this already. The side that's facing the 90 degrees is called the hypotenuse. How could you know that this side is facing the 90 degrees? Just look at the angle at A with the 90 degrees. Okay, you may join just a line like this. So whenever it touched here, so the side that it touched, I mean, it is the hypotenuse. Okay. Anyway, it's very clear to find the hypotenuse in a right triangle. So triangle ABC is a right triangle at A. Why? Since A is 90, since CAB is 90, or BAC, you may say that. So BAC is 90 degrees. BC is the side opposite to the right value, or to the right angle. We call BC hypotenuse يلي هو facing or opposite to the right angle. It's called hypotenuse. Okay. AC and AB are perpendicular at A. You know what do mean perpendicular? Perpendicular, it means that the angle between them is 90. Okay, so when we have angle 90 degrees, we say that this side is perpendicular to this side. Good? Okay, let's continue. First case of congruency in right triangles. Okay, so what's the first case? Two triangles or two right triangles are congruent by hypotenuse angle. Let me color it by green. By hypotenuse angle. One, or if the hypotenuse and acute angle, look well, the hypotenuse and acute angle in the first triangle are equal to hypotenuse and acute angle in the second triangle. What do you mean by acute angle? Acute angle is the angle that's less than 90 degrees. Okay, so this is an acute angle. Okay, right angle. Okay, acute angle is an angle that's less than 90 degrees. Okay, so it is like this, like that, less than 90. Okay, so it's acute. Anyway, in any right triangle, we will have a right angle like this and two acute angles. So he is saying here that this triangle and this triangle are said to be congruent. Okay, one, we have the hypotenuse are equal in the two sides, in the two triangles, and an acute angle equal to another acute angle in the second triangle. In this case, we say that it is hypotenuse angle. Hypotenuse angle. So instead of saying side, 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 side angle, side, we will say here they are congruent by hypotenuse angle. Capital H, capital A. Okay? So the two right triangles ABC and AE and EFD here, which are given, okay, AC equal FD. AC, which is the hypotenuse here, equal FD, which is the hypotenuse here. And the angle BAC, which is this one, is equal to the angle EDF, which is this one. Okay, so they are congruent by hypotenuse angle. Just that's it. Okay, look at these two triangles. We have this side equal to this side and this angle equal to this angle, so they are congruent by hypotenuse angle. Hypotenuse angle. Right. Is there any other way to prove they are congruent other than hypotenuse angle? Yes, there is a different way. Let's see how. Second way, two right triangles are congruent by hypotenuse side. Okay, hypotenuse side. It means that a hypotenuse and a side from the first triangle, okay, are equal to a hypotenuse and a side in the second triangle. Okay, yani it means that we have in two triangles, we have the hypotenuse are equal in each triangle and a different side a different side equal to a side in the second triangle. So when we have the hypotenuse are equal and two sides are equal, one from each triangle, so they are congruent by hypotenuse side. Okay, so in the right triangle SRQ and UVT, we have SQ equal VT, which are the hypotenuse here and here. Okay, so this one is equal to this one. Done. RQ equal UT. RQ, the side RQ, which is this one, equal to the UT, which is this one. So they are equal, and then the two triangles are congruent by hypotenuse side. Okay, So this is the difference between hypotenuse side and hypotenuse angle. Hypotenuse angle, we must have one side from each, the hypotenuse from each triangle and one angle from each triangle are equal, one acute angle. In the hypotenuse side, we have the hypotenuse must be equal and the another side must be equal to another side from each triangle. Okay, so what's the common between these two ways? The common is the hypotenuse. Okay, the common is the hypotenuse. Here we have hypotenuse and here we have hypotenuse. In the two cases, the hypotenuse, ideal hypotenuse, must be equal to the other hypotenuse in the other triangle. Okay, but the difference is the side or angle. So if we find a side equal to a side, so hypotenuse side, angle equal to angle, hypotenuse angle, whatever the angle, whenever, okay, whenever the angle is here or here, okay, whenever, any angle. Okay, look at these two triangles, KLM and IJN. This side is equal to this side, so let me write it here. KM given equal LN, okay, between brackets, hypotenuse, okay, طيب, again, LM equal LN, equal JN, here by mistake I wrote LN, it is IN, okay, so KM equal IN, and LM here, which is this one, equal to JN, okay, sides, we write sides, okay, so we continue. The two triangles are congruent by hypotenuse side. This is the case, hypotenuse side. So as a conclusion, we will have a hypotenuse which is facing the right angle. In right triangles, the two cases of congruency are hypotenuse side and hypotenuse angle. I'll solve with you here one question from your book, and the others will be a worksheet. You may solve it alone, okay, and send your answers to me by next week, okay, by the next session. Okay, so let's continue. Consider the isosceles triangle EAB of main vertex E. So this is an isosceles triangle EAB of main vertex E, which means that this side is equal to this side. Clear? I think it's clear. O is the orthogonal projection. What do you mean by the orthogonal projection? Of E on AB. This is E. Okay, from E, you will draw an orthogonal projection to AB. Okay, orthogonal projection, it means you should draw perpendicular. Okay, so we draw a side here perpendicular to AB, and this is O. Good, and this is O. ID point O. So O is the orthogonal projection of E on where? On AB. Okay, draw the figure. This is the figure. So this is number one. And number two, prove that AEO, he means the triangle AEO. AEO, يعني, let me just, okay, and this triangle and BOE, يعني this triangle, prove that they are congruent. And of course, we should prove they are congruent by our methods, the two methods that we have learned, اللي هن hypotenuse side and hypotenuse angle. Okay? طيب. So let me go here, or let us go You may pause the video and solve and then check. Okay, you may pause the video and then check your answers. It's okay. Or just wait, let me give you some time to solve number 2 and I'm here. I'll not pause the video. No, خلاص, don't pause the video. Just I'll wait 2 minutes and then you will continue. After solving it, you will continue checking your answers. Okay, so I'm with you. I want you now to prove that AEO, the red one, and BOE, the green one, are congruent triangles using the methods that we have taken in this lesson. You must remember that we have two ways, hypotenuse side and hypotenuse angle. As a hint, look at AE. Is it a hypotenuse or what? Suppose that you are in a class and you are solving now, and I couldn't check your answers, of course, but you must check your answer by yourself. I think most of you have finished, so time is up for this part. So in number 2, we have in triangles. So how could you write your answer? In triangles, sorry for bad handwriting. Okay, A, E, O, and B, O, E. Okay, we have, write the things that you have that you need to prove. So first, we have AE equal AB. Why AE equal AB? It is, they are hypotenuse, right? As in this case, أخذناها فوق. Okay, so we write they are hypotenuse or hypotenuse. Okay, so this is the first part. Also, what do we have? We already have that this triangle is isosceles of vertex E. Okay, since EAB is an isosceles triangle of vertex E, okay, then we have the angle EAO, which is this one, this angle, okay, equal to angle EBO, equal to this angle. Why this angle is equal to this angle? You should write why, you should prove why. Okay, since A or triangle AEB is isosceles triangle, then we said from the beginning that it is an isosceles triangle, okay, of vertex E. So it is an isosceles triangle of vertex E. Okay, hence, yeah, we write in the same way. Okay, hence we write down. Let me write it by blue. the two triangles are congruent by what? You should mention the way. By hypotenuse angle. Okay? By hypotenuse angle and not hypotenuse side. Okay? لأنه we have hypotenuse and angle. Good till now, I think it's clear. So let's go to number 3 or part 3. He's saying in part 3 here, deduce that O is the midpoint of AB. Okay, so deduce that O is the midpoint of AB. Let me solve number 3 here لأنه it's يعني diagram in front of my eyes. So we must deduce that O is the midpoint of AB. Okay. طيب, how could we prove? طيب, what do you mean by midpoint first? At the beginning, midpoint of AB. It means that it's in the middle of AB. يعني it divides AB into two equal sides. What are those sides? Those sides are AO, which is this one, and OB, which is this one. Okay? طيب. So in number 2, I proved that the two triangles AEO and EOB are congruent triangles. Okay, so let me start writing. So triangles EOA and EOB are congruent. Okay, since they are congruent, let me write the homologous elements here, or let me write the sides that are equal. EA equal EB, proved or given. Okay, EO is common side, right? Okay, يعني أنا عندي two triangles، عندي EOB EOA و EOB. أول شيء this side is equal to this side written. EO is common, so what do we still have? We still have this side and this side. They must be equal لأنه two triangles congruent. Okay, so AO equal BO. Since AO equal BO, then O is the midpoint of AB. Done. That's it. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, done. I think it's clear. You may ask me about it in the live session if you didn't get it well. Okay. What does EO? Let me solve number 4 also here. It's okay. What does EO represent to represent with respect to AB? هيدا ال EO. If you know this EO, what does it represent to AB? Okay. طيب نحن we have given that إنه EO is perpendicular to AB, and we proved that إنه O is the midpoint of AB. طيب perpendicular أو orthogonal projection يعني EO is that. Okay, is that perpendicular? Let me write. Perpendicular to AB, and there is a word called bisector. What do you mean by bisector? So perpendicular, it's 90 degrees. Bisector, it cuts AB into two equal halves since O is the midpoint. Okay, so EO is the perpendicular bisector to AB, and that's done. Okay, so we are done today, and if you have any question, you may ask me tomorrow in the live session. Okay, don't forget, solve the worksheet and never hesitate if you want to ask any question. Okay, ask me any question that you want. Thank you and bye bye.